Welcome, welcome, welcome to the manifesto of a mad black conservative. And I'm coming at you guys because I'm mad. I'm mad as a mug, man. Now the word of the Lord came to me saying, Son of man, speak to the sons of your people and say to them, if I bring a sword upon a land, and the people of the land take one man from among them and make him their watchman, and he sees the sword coming upon the land and blows the horn and warns the people, then someone who hears the sound of the horn but does not take warning, and a sword comes and takes him away, his blood will be on his own head. He heard the sound of the horn but did not take warning. His blood will be on himself. But had he taken warning, he would have saved his life. But if the watchman sees the sword coming and does not blow the horn, and the people are not warned, and a sword comes and takes a person from them, he is taken away for his wrongdoing. But I will require his blood from the watchman's hand. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of verses in the Bible that says warning comes before destruction. And so that is what I want to talk about today. It's time for us to take heed. I am serious. It is time for us to take heed because we have some serious threats that has come to us in the United States. And so that's what this episode is about. I just want to try to wake people up from their slumber, from their sleep, before destruction comes. So today I am sounding a trumpet. All right. So I know everybody know what's been going on around the world with Israel, with the open borders. This is serious. I have some people say that still to this day come and say, well, hey, why do you feel so offended, especially as a black man, of people being able to come into the country just for a better life? And my response is this. I don't have a problem with people coming into the land and into our country for a better life. Just like I don't have nobody coming into my life or into my home for something that's good if I invite them. You have to knock on my door before you enter my house. Well, same way with the country, right? Same way with our country. You don't have a country if you don't have borders. You just like Open Eagle. Man, I almost said something that was that may have got me in a little bit of trouble. But for all you guys out there that still like women, that's married to a woman, how about you just invite anyone to have their time, have their way? How's that? Oh man, you getting on something totally different. No, I'm not. No, I am not. Because you allow people to come into our country and we don't know who they are. Okay? We don't know. All right, anyways, let me get on the reason why I had to do this particular episode is because my phone has been buzzing. I say for about the past 2 weeks, and for them to still be buzzing and saying that Israel is on high alert, and they are warning that that Iran and its proxies are planning This October 7th style attack is unprecedented. And during Ramadan, and Ramadan is about to start on the 11th, right? Ramadan, I believe it lasts for a month or so. I'm not sure exactly how long Ramadan lasts. And you know what? Once again, I gotta say this. Man, if you want to hear some truth, you come holler at your boy. But I'm not fixing to sugarcoat. I don't have time to sugarcoat nothing for nobody in such a time as this. So I'm just gonna spit it the way that it is. Okay? So if you Muslim, if you whatever religion that you may be, and you don't like what I'm saying, well, man, I'm truly not trying to offend you, but I'm just trying to spit some real facts, man, because the truth is, jihad is real. Jihad is real. Blowing up yourself, yeah, I know that's not all Muslims, and that's not all the practices of all religions, but I tell you this, I'm talking about the ones who are a threat. And so this is pretty deep, right? So over the last few months that Israel's taken out a number of high-profile leaders in regards to Hamas and Hezbollah. And just a few days ago, they just took out Nasrallah's grandson. Nasrallah, he was the Secretary General of Hezbollah. And Hezbollah, if you didn't know, they're packing, quite a bit more punch than Hamas. Okay, now I can go into the whole Israel war and all that, but I'm not, because right now I'm blowing a patriotic horn, a patriotic trumpet to America, because we need to remember something. We need to remember al-Baghdadi. We need to remember Qasem Soleimani. These are people that they have vowed to get revenge for. They have made a vow. They said, we will not forget. Now let's look at the facts. Our borders in America has been open for the last 3+ years. There's a known estimated 9-10 million people that has come in. That's known. But they say there's probably about another 9-10 million people that we don't know about. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I hadn't, me and my family, we hadn't necessarily chosen our Second Amendment right to bear arms. But I gotta tell you this, man, over what's been going on, I looked at my wife and I said, babe, I think it's time we better start packing. And so that's exactly what we're doing. Man, I said, if nothing else, we need to pack to where we can go out somewhere in the country, and we still gonna need something in case we run across wild animals or we need to eat if times get crazy, okay? Because warning comes before destruction. The amount of people that has come into this country is more than the metropolitan area of Houston, Texas. And Houston is what? The 4th, 5th largest city in the United States? Man, people better wake up, man. And that's why I'm mad. Man, that's why I'm mad, man. Man, and this stuff is so common sense. Like, man, people need to wake up, man. I don't even want to be on this podcast. I don't even want to do this. I'm serious, man. But I can't sit back, man. I can't sit back and just do nothing and just talk to my family and my friends and say, man, do y'all see what's going on? No. No. I gotta take up my duty and be a watchman on the hill, because when I talk to so many people, they're like, oh, they so clueless. Hey man, did you see what happened on the news? Did you I don't watch the news. Oh man, but this is what gets me right here. They know everything about politics, but never paying attention to what's going on. What type of crap is that? How can you go to the booth and vote if you don't even know what's going on? Oh man, I don't like Trump. He racist. I ain't gonna lie. I fed into that for a little bit at first because I was like, man, Trump got that attitude, but man, I started watching the way Trump was moving. I said, man, this dude is he bodied. Y'all remember that body? That boy there bodied, man. He keep his word. Man, he for real. And as far as races go, man, I'm 44 years old. I've been knowing who Donald Trump is most of my life. I remember I used to watch Mike Tyson fights. You see Trump in the ring, Trump everywhere. They wasn't saying, oh, this racist Trump. Never known none of that. Man, all this came about, now we know why. It's because Trump is truly body on draining that swamp, man. And they gonna throw all these filler markets, these filler markups in there. I know I kind of made a screw that part up, but man, that's what a lot of people do. I'm just gonna say it. Like I said, man, I spit it like it is. On the Democratic side, man, they try to hit you with feelings. All of these feelings. They throw these things in there to try to get your feelings riled up and not make you look at what's really going on. It's like they tickling you over here while they plotting to chop your head off. I was talking to somebody and they was talking about, man, how can you be with Israel and all this and that, and man, I mean, Israel been doing these people bad all this time. I said, you know what? I don't have time to go into it right now with you, but for one, man, and I'm gonna say this: I reads my Bible. I know who Israel is, and I know what role they play in this world, in this life. But I said, man, I ain't got no time to go off into all this with you. But I tell you what, you ever seen the movie Bodyguard with Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner? Well, there's a scene off in there where Whitney Houston's sister put a hit out on her. And they go out, Kevin Costner, he's the bodyguard. They go out to this place, and long story be short, the assassin comes out to kill Whitney Houston. But he missed, and the sister, the one that hired him, steps in the way on accident. And she said, no, I'm the one who hired you. Bam, killed her. Well, that's the same thing that's going to be happening for you cats out there that don't want to pay attention to what's going on. Oh, no. I'm rooting for you. Pop! Because you know what? Them terrorists come over here and go to popping. Man, they don't care who they popping, man. You American just like the rest of them. You America just like the rest of us. Get that through your thick, greasy skull. Like coming to America. You know what I'm saying? All right. So anyways, man, we better pay attention because they have vowed to get revenge on us, man. And we don't know who's done come into our country. So, I would just, I just pray that y'all watching y'all's backs, man. Because most people, man, just average people are not ready, man. I mean, when we say October 7th style attacks, man, that carries some weight. Because then it forces you to look and see what is a October 7th style attack. Man, they didn't go military to military. Man, they went chopping off babies' heads, man. They went to people's houses, man. Everyday people, man. Torturing them. Come on, man. They still got hostages right now. They talking about some of the hostage females are pregnant from being raped over and over and over. Now the UN is finally, they've been knowing, but they finally really been forced on the world stage to recognize that, yes, this is true. This is true, man. Okay, during Ramadan, Hamas, they're pretty much vowing to inflame the Temple Mount. We talking serious attacks, okay? I put out a short right after Israel was attacked, and Hamas, they started screaming for a worldwide jihad. And I was like, man, at that time, I was like, man, I started getting on point, like, man, this is real, but the worldwide jihad really didn't happen. It just, it turned into a lot of demonstrations all over the world. A few people got killed, but it wasn't like an attack like they really wanted. And so I started thinking about it. I said, you know what? I said, man, this is kind of like whenever, you got somebody, they loud mouth or whatever, they start something and they get into a squabble. And all of a sudden, they was talking big and bad, but now they getting beat down. And so all the people around, they hollering for them to jump in. Everybody who supposed to be on their side or whatever, they tell them, y'all come on. They doing the rally cry. Come on, y'all, everybody. That's like somebody just getting beat up. Now they trying to call everybody into the mix. But everybody can't get in the mix because they know the big homie over there just sitting there watching. Saying, all right, yeah, he had that in coming. You know what I'm saying? He got to sit there and take that. Okay, we'll do a little bit. We'll speak up a little bit, but as far as us getting directly involved, we ain't gonna do that right now. You know what I'm saying? So they just sitting back waiting on the big homie. As soon as the big homie get a word, they own it. Okay? In this instance, Iran is the big homie. Okay? And that's where a lot of these orders are coming from right now. So if Iran, if they say global jihad, it's going down. I'm serious. Head of national security, I believe it was, 3 weeks or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. This man, they comes out of a debriefing and he calls out to the Biden administration. Man, y'all need to declassify the information that we just got right now so the American people can know. He come and then they said all the people who was authorized to go in and check out the intel, they was coming out stone faced. They asked this one, they said, is it serious? Is it a real threat? He said, oh yeah, it's serious. It's a serious threat to America. We still don't know what it is. They tried to play it off in the following days, saying that it was something about Russia, something in space. Maybe. We don't know what it is. But I believe, because they had already been buzzing saying that terrorist cells are set up in every major city in the United States and have stockpiles of weaponry. And anybody who's a fool won't believe it. Me? Warning comes before destruction. Warning comes before destruction. And that's the real truth. Okay. And then what about that one cat? What about the one probably about a month or so ago was down at the border? What's his name? Mopsum Samadov or something like that. He was the one that was down there. They got him. Hey, you Google this stuff, man. It's for real. They got this man down there talking about, you don't know who I am, but soon enough you will know who I am. Soon enough you will know. Talking about America. And then, so we had Jack Lombardi the second on social. Apparently, he found out who the guy is, and the guy wasn't playing no games, man. The guy wasn't playing no games. The dude, Mopsum Samadov, turns out to be head of the Islamic Party in Azerbaijan. That's what, man, you can't make this stuff up, man. And I'm from Texas. I'm in Texas. That's where I reside. All y'all cats all around the rest of the U.S., man, talking about, oh man, they tripping up in New York. They tripping where these where they busing them. If you're supposed to be a sanctuary city, ain't that what you're about? You want them, right? But we not a sanctuary city or state or whatever. Well, we're not that. And not only that, man, we right here on the front lines, man. I got a family. I got all daughters. I got 5 daughters. And they all live right here in Texas. Man. But y'all say, no, keep them down there. They can come in, but keep them down there. No. If y'all want them in, let's ship them up there with y'all. But I'm on something different. I'm like this here. We all American. We don't want to ship them up there. We don't want them here. We need to get them the hell up out of here. That's what we need to do. That's why we need to vote Donald J. Trump back up in office, man. Because the dude is about it, man. I'm telling you he about it. Man, I ain't never seen nobody love their country the way that man do, man. Come on, man. And why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? What did Barack Obama say in one of his newsletters whenever he was head of the newspaper at Harvard? What'd he say? He said, the American dream is to live a life like Donald Trump. That's what he said back then. The American dream is to live a life like Donald J. Trump. And I say that to say, why would Trump give up his lavish life to get involved in all the crap that he's in right now? They're coming at him from every angle. The man loved his country, man. I'm telling you he do, man. And he ready to die for it, just like I am. Because I'm serious. But you know what? I'll die for it right now while we still got a little fight left in us, while we still got a little God left in us. And contrary to the agenda that's being pushed at us right now, that America is a country that's made up of all these different religions, that is a lie. America is, and I pray, well, I don't know, but I was going to say is and always will be, but America is and has been, always been, a Christian nation. It used to be important if there was a president of the United States, or if it was somebody that was running for president and they wasn't Christian. Oh man, They can hang it up. It wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. Something to think about, right? And man, just to wrap this up, I want to say this. I am I'm making this podcast. It's to everybody. I'm a patriot, man. I love this country, man. I am colorblind, but I'm not colorblind. Okay. I know that my ancestors. I know the struggle that I faced in my own life. I get it. I get it, man. I'm serious, man. I'm not saying that it's not there. I'm not saying that we don't have hateful white people, but I'm also not finna sit here and say that we don't have hateful black people and hateful Mexican people, hateful, man. People are hateful. I'm telling you, the human heart is wicked. Okay, but I want to take out this time right here to just say to my black counterparts, or my black folk out there, man. What is going on? What in the crap is going on? Man, I started to see a change when I was locked up, right? I done 10 years in prison. Okay, 9 years, 5 months on the stretch, and then I done a little bit of time before that. Okay, I've been out since 2011. No, 2010. I've been out since 2010. I realized when I was in this, ooh, this ain't for me. No. I'm not no penitentiary cat, man. I'm a free world cat. You know what I'm saying? So I made my mind up, man. I think that's the reason why I started paying attention to so much stuff, because I realized that it is my mindset. Once I started changing my mind, I started to change my life. And that's real talk, man. And that goes back to the Bible too. As a man thinketh, so is he. So when I was locked up, man, I started, when I first got locked up, I remember hearing this joke. I can't remember who said it, but he said, it went, man, whenever you hear there's a mad killer on the loose, you can automatically think to yourself, man, that's probably a white dude. But I remember when I was locked up, man, and I remember hearing that, man, there's some guys going around, they was doing some killing. I can't remember what state, but they was in the trunk of a car. They had, and I remember thinking, well, shoot, they looking for, probably 9 times out of 10, they looking for a white cat. And lo and behold, it was 2 black guys, a father and a son. And I remember back then, saying, ooh, times must be changing. And then I started seeing some other stuff. I started seeing black folks cutting on themselves and acting crazy and weird. And I'm like, ooh, that wasn't what I was used to. I was used to coming from a family of strong people and strong fundamental values and common sense and respect for God. And I started seeing something different. I said, man, time is changing like a mug. Now you fast forwarded all these years. And I know people gonna get mad at me for saying this. But I'm proud, because as a man thinketh, so is he. And maybe some of y'all might listen to me on this, but I am saddened at my black people today. I am saddened by the mindset of our communities. I am saddened, and I'm serious. Man, where do we get off, man? Putting God on the back burner. Oh, that's the white man's God. Man, There's evidence to prove everything that the Bible says. And Jesus, he's not a white man. Jesus is Jewish. And God didn't choose a race of people. He chose a man because that man chose to obey God. And that man's name is Abraham. And from Abraham, God said, basically, because you chose to listen to me, I'm going to bring out of your loins the Savior of the world. Abraham was the first Jew. Abraham was a grown man. He was old, matter of fact. He was off worshiping a fake false god, just like the rest of them in the land of Ur. But God called him out of there and said that I'm going to make a new thing out of you. So, man, but I'm just so sad. And the reason why I'm so sad too is because, man, look at the mindset. Man, what about this Funny Willis crap? Look at the evidence that's stacked against this woman. Look at the wrongs that she done. But they bringing her into our churches? Man, that is humiliating. And we're embracing this crap? So we're embracing race more than we're embracing God? Wake up! That's why I'm so mad. So listen, please. It's time for anybody who's fed up with this crap, man. It's time for us to stand up and take our stand. Take our place in this fight. Because the devil is after us, man. He's after our children. He's after us. He's after our families. And these democratic policies, man. Stop getting out there voting, man, just blindly voting. Oh, I'm a Democrat. They don't even have to come after us. They don't even have to solicit our vote anymore. They think they got us checked. And on a lot of people, and on a lot of black people, they do. It's time for us to wake the crap up, man. What are you voting for? And then separation between church and state. Man, get out of here with that crap. No, it is a falsehood. It is a lie straight from the enemy. That's what it is. I'm serious, man. You can't separate your God from anything, man. And don't let nobody tell you that you can. So step up, stand up, and get mad. Get mad and do something. Till next time, man. I love y'all, man. Love y'all, man.